Hello, my name is Vida Matheson and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the introduction video, probably the only pinned video on my channel, which will explain who I am as my first video. So let's dig in. So, for basics, I am a self-improvement guy. I love the discipline and just the life of being on self-improvement, and I've been on self-improvement for 2.5 years now, more like 2 years and 9 months, or something like that. And I am currently 14 years old. Today it is 2025, the 17th June, and I am an inspiring writer who is gonna write multiple books, fantasy books like Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings, similar to that. And I'm gonna be a leader who gives the solution to the world or something like that. But I have things I want to like preach to the world, which I think is really great. So I'm also gonna be a leader in the future. Yeah. So you might wonder, why am I making this channel? Like why did I start like this so many years ago? Why did I make this channel? And it's because of like these four reasons. I want to, in general, just commentate and tell stories. I just want to like say my honest thoughts about the things. Like it could be like I like publish my first books and I say my thoughts about it, or like I got my first client, or that I whatever can happen, that this happened or that happened. So I want to commentate, and like similar to like a YouTuber which you may have heard of called Penguin Zero. I want to commentate pretty close to him. And the second reason is that I want to like give advice and like cool and ideas. I want to give you inspiring, great and useful ideas which you can use in your life. Like ideas and advice, like, but like it's not gonna be like so strict or like this is just most like a journal channel where I just say my thoughts, most like that. And like what like my thoughts, like what I'm gonna speak of, is mostly like philosophy, life, self-improvement, business, writing, and like the current state of the world, of like political things which is happening, or like this or that, or whatever. So it's basically what I'm thinking of, my thoughts of like, yeah. And and the fourth reason why I'm making this channel is that being is this channel is a great way to communicate to my community. So for example, in my when I have my books written, everything like that, I'm gonna have like there's gonna be a community around that, and to easily make like, for example, like say like, this is when my first book comes out, or like whatever information, then I'll be able to communicate to you, or it can be like to my other like missions in my life, like for example in my business, or like my dream of changing the world with the things I know. So like if you want to come here and like see and get information from me of like, because like if you like try to get information from me from like a bunch of different places, then it can easily be changed. So this channel is gonna be like unedited, just me speaking. I try to speak to you, engage, of course. It's not just me like rambling, but I want to like just make it honest. And that's like the first of also four things I want you to expect from me. Because like if you want me to be great, they need to push me. And these are the four things I want you to demand from me. So the first thing is true honesty. Bro, like I'm gonna just be honest all the time. And if I'm not honest, I'm a bitch. Like, quite honestly. Like I'm just gonna tell you the truth, as a mate, like as a friend, as a fucking brother, possibly a sister, I don't know, and like just fucking tell you the truth of like, yeah, this is why this is happening, this is why I have not been uploading or whatever. I'm gonna be honest to you because I fucking hate liars and all of this fucking like people who don't understand like horror complex. Of course, I'm gonna have secrets, I'm gonna have my private life, which I'm not gonna like tell you, but that doesn't mean like I'm not gonna be honest about like the things which is happening in my life, what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, why, and what is like why I'm like doing this. Like I'm gonna be class clear on everything. The second thing I want you to expect from me is that I'm always gonna be open to you, to your thoughts and criticism. If I make a video about like some political thing like why is this country so poor right now and like how they can be better, then like if I say something which is like wrong or whatever, then I would absolutely love you like criticism with me in a constructed way though. Because like I understand if you like get emotional if I say like something which happen to be offensive or whatever, then like it's really good that you become emotional and that you speak out, that you don't just be quiet because that's just being a bitch and a quiet boy or whatever. But please, if you want me to really listen to you, then please be give criticism in a constructed way which is not like filled with brimming of emotions, because when you're like so emotional it's pretty easy to like say mistakes or like overreact whatever. But of course I'm gonna read your overactive criticism and like your thoughts or whatever, and like yeah, I'm gonna be open to like your thoughts. It doesn't need to be criticism, it could just be general thoughts. So like, no, I don't like really like this because of this. It doesn't need to be criticism. I'm just gonna always be open to you. But remember, if you want to like give you give me the biggest impact, then being more constructive and easy to understand and like less more likable, like when somebody is like cussing against you and like being really like filled with anger and emotion, and then it's like it doesn't like feel like I need owe you anything because you like put me in negative depth depth fuck, I can't say the word, that I'm in like negative, that I'm in that that you owe me something after being so unpolite. But I'm gonna try to do my best and listen to your thoughts. And the third thing, which is pretty simple, is that I'm always gonna upload at least once per week. It can be like pre-recorded, pre-planned video. It can be like just shot from my phone if I don't have my mic or camera, whatever. But I'm always gonna upload at least once per week. I'm never gonna miss out, and I can promise you that. And most of my videos, probably 99% of my videos, is gonna be like unedited. Sometimes I will like share my screen to like to better to like show you of like, yeah, this is the channel or whatever, if I like saw something or whatever. But most often it's just gonna be me speaking with you with my voice most of the time, or like possibly vlogging, but I don't think so. And the fourth thing is that I'm gonna have an ego. Like quite honestly, I don't really care so much about you. Like I have my own life, I have my own like ego. Like I don't mean this like, I mean this in a polite way, but I'm gonna have an ego. I'm gonna be confident. Because if I was not confident with what I'm saying, then I'm probably not gonna like say it, you know. So expect me like being like having like a big ego And I don't mean like this in a loser way, but I'm I'm gonna have the ego. I'm gonna have like confidence. And if I'm have a too big of ego and like I do a mistake, of course I'm gonna learn from my mistakes. But like, bro, I'm like, if I believe I can do this, or that this is happening, then like, then you saying no, that won't happen, that won't happen. You won't be able to achieve this. Then like, bro, I don't care. I have my own ego, and yeah, and this is and so that's the four things I want you to expect from me. And here's my like general goals, more like missions on this planet Earth. And like of course it's more like a North Star. So like I don't exactly need to do this like three goals I have, really massive goals. And so I might do like some other things, but this is like the general things which I believe I will be still working on like 20, 50, 80 years from now. I don't know. And it is these three things. It is to make a like business of a community. It's like similar to a YouTuber which I'm inspired by, a self-improvement guy called Hamza, and he made like a big community where he had paid like he had a paid community for like really like successful guys to really help them up. So my goal is to have a like pretty expensive community, uh, to have roughly 10,000 guys from that community to grow up to become the grandfathers of warriors, so that they are such a G that their children and then their children are fucking shads and warriors, and they are the grandfathers of that. Like I really want to do that effect on the earth of placing down not even 10,000 warriors, but more but more near like 100,000. I don't know, like like their children, their grandchildren, like most of them of are gonna be like warriors, and then like that's gonna leave a huge mark for the better of this world. So my goal is like roughly like have I think three communities, like three paid communities. One like really affordable, like you even people in like India or whatever or what like in Africa can buy it from by this community. This is like the general one. Then my medium. This cost a bit more. And then my premium. It's not premium, but like just you get most from that. And yeah, so my business goal is basically to help 10,000 guys to become the grandfathers of warriors. The second like North Star I'm working towards is like this. I want to like I don't know what to call it right now. I will have a name pretty soon, but it's called but basically it's a system of life, because like there's so much wrong in this world, so much like bad things, and like how we doing it or what how we thinking. So I want to like make a system for life. Like I don't know perfectly what principles to teach. That is not my priority right now. And that like the system of life is like mostly why I'm making this video, because then I can like preach you guys like the things I think is like this system of life. It's more like think of like it's pretty similar to Buddha, which is like eight wheel or sorry if I said it wrong, eight or ten like you know that wheel for like principles of life. I want to do something like pretty similar, but more for the modern life of like it can be like general tips of like, for example, if this still is in the system like in the future, it is like, for example, live life so that you die without shame. That's like a pretty simple thing. It's like if everybody on earth did this, it will be like so much more improved, so much like less like despair and like just weakness being in the world. And there's like other things which I think will make humanity not a country, not a race, not a gender, but humanity for the future will be a lot more better, stronger, and happier if we I don't know. I'm gonna work this out with you guys. This system of life. There's like I already written down like 11 principles. I'm gonna keep around like 10 or 12 pretty like big sim principles. It's not gonna be like a fucking book of 1,000 things. It's not gonna be a new Bible. It's just gonna be like something which is universal. Something which every race, gender, age, and like worth ethic can learn from. So that's like my second North Star. As I said, these are like North Stars. I might change between them. Like I'm fucking 14. I don't know shit about life, bro. And like yeah. And the third North Star, the third mission is my books. As you probably heard, I want to write like fantasy novels. So what exactly I mean is that I want to uh, write a series which I made called Demon Guide. The main series is gonna have 10 books. I already, if you don't know, that's how long it's gonna be. It's about basically a group of characters who needs to become heroes and conquer. I don't know exactly. You can look it up. I have you know, probably multiple books has already come out like after and like when you're like seeing this, but like it's basically a world made of like many cool ideas of like science, magic, and like general like philosophy, like all these cool things that I really love. And like for example, pretty pretty similar to like posting once each week like a video like this. I'm also gonna like make write a short story each month. So for example, 1 month from this video I'm gonna post not post make my first like short story like 20 pages, something like that. And then like I'm just gonna continue with that, and I'm really excited for that. But yeah, that's like basically me. I don't expect like to be world famous in like 1, 2, 3 years, not even like fucking 5 years. I don't know. I have things I want to do. So give the world. I'm ready to work. I'm ready to work towards those goals. I know my missions, my goals, my north stars. It's gonna take sacrifice, and I'm ready to do that. And I'm doing this all for you, for okay, also myself a bit, and for humanity. So please remember that. And together, if we work together, spread like this system of life and just become better people and everything which you can probably like figure out in my other videos, then we can make a better humanity for the people of Earth. See ya. Peace.